So I'd say go live. Yep.
Miss.
If you're 30, just go live and figure that out.
Lines one over to short. Short throws over to first for the first out of the inning. That was Joanna Marshall who got the first out. Now batter will be Reagan Tomlin. Second batter, she's the second baseman. Where's number 4? We'll have our scoreboard pop up here shortly, having some technical difficulties, but we'll have the game in audio as the second batter, Tomlin, pops up to the third baseman who come running over to make the snag. That's Kaylee Elder for the second out. Next up will be Ellie Castle, the shortstop for Wallace Dothan.
Here you go.
Dothan.
Lightning in the area.
Ball 1, strike 1 to Castle. Strike 2, rather. 2 outs now on the top of the first. Laster's pitch inside 2. And that'll end the top of the first with a strikeout as Castle goes down swinging. And we're headed to the bottom of the second, or bottom of the first, rather. St. John's River will be up shortly when we come back. Leading off the inning is Kendall Catherwood. And making a diving snag out there in left field was Carolina Armstrong, who come racing in to make a beautiful catch there for the first out. Kaylee Elder, the third baseman, now batting for St. John's River's Vikings. Elder fouls this one off, 0-2 count. So meeting at the circle with Shiley Mock Marcus. Starting pitcher for the Gunners. Ball 1. A riser ball. A little bit too much rise on it. As Elder has a 1-2 count. Here's a pitch inside. This one fouled off. Over by the third base dugout. Here's a pitch outside. Ball 2, strike 2 to Elder. The winner of this game will advance to play tonight at 7 o'clock versus the Marion Lake Sumter winner. Here's a deep shot to left field. This one's going to go over the scoreboard for a home run. Elder gets the first run of the game for St. John's River with a deep shot over the scoreboard in left field. Elder took that 2-2 count. Deepest blast I've seen here today. Next up will be Alyssa Valid, the left fielder, wears number 13 for this Vikings team. The Vikings 44-14 on the season, 26-4 in conference play. They've won 4 in a row. They were 22-5, 17-8 on the road. So a magnificent year for St. John's River. One's your count to Valid. She hits one in the 5-6 hole over to left field. Gets on base with a single. Time's called as a ball comes over on the field on the left field side. A couple of kids playing a little tennis ball over there. Gets away from them. Somebody's got a good arm over there. Strike 1. Valid. Princess Ari Denano. She hits one in the center field. Coming over to second base is Valid. But Princess Ari Denano gets on first with a single. Jenny Barthelor, number 44, the first baseman, comes up to the plate now as coach for Wallace Dothan goes out to talk to his pitcher.
Yeah, Adam's going to get him there in my truck above my visor, but he just came up here. He's on run right now. Yep.
Hey, Adam, turn his truck.
Is this our first pitch?
First pitch here. Popped up. Shortstop turns around and makes a good catch for the second out of the inning.
Are you going to stop it? I think we do 1-6. So, hey, you might want to check the TV. I'll call him.
Numbers extremely difficult to read on this Vikings team as they got the light blue trim with no filler in the number. This is Olivia Hanson. Pitch inside, fouled off. Racing over there to try to get it. It's first baseman J.C. Hagler from Wallace, Dothan. Couldn't make the catch. Two outs now. Runner is at first and second for the Vikings. High pitch inside for a ball. Next pitch inside. This one popped up to shortstop, and she'll catch it for the third out. But St. John's Rivers gets one run on the board as we head to the top of the second. They lead 1-0. They strand two runners. We'll be back shortly here on JockJive.com.
So that one that got out was
We're back here at Alabaster, Alabama, Veterans Park, here on a beautiful afternoon, here for day one. As now batting for the Governors, number 23, Olivia Elliott. She's
Got it on video.
check that. That is Olivia Elliott. 2-1 count now, as we are in the top of the second. Here's a shot down left field line just over the third baseman. Elliott going to try to get two out of it. She does. So a leadoff double in the second inning for Olivia Elliott. Dothan's trying to answer St. John's Kaylee Elder home run in that first inning. They took a 1-0 lead. Now leading off the second inning, Olivia Elliott with a big double. She smashed that one. Now coming up to the plate is Erin Curry, the catcher, number 20. Pitch popped up. It falls in front of the catcher. Elliott holds it second. Really hit that one off the handle. Had some serious backspin on it as it landed. And Princess Ardiano was able to get it and rifle it over to first for the first out. Strike one to Jenkins, right fielder, number 15. Here's the pitch. Inside. Ball 1. Pop fly to left field for the second out is Jenkins. Now coming up at J.C. Hagler. She wears number 5. Couple of scores from earlier. Northwest Shoals, or check that. That's we had South Florida beat Bishop State 10-8. They will move on to advance and play Central Alabama Community College at 7 o'clock right here on this field. So that'll be our next game. Oh, 2 count to Hagler. Pitch inside, pulled foul. As we hear some thunder rumbling in the distance.
I think they're going a minute, 7 miles away.
From my partner over here to my left, saying it's a few minutes away from arriving. The breeze has picked up here through the window. Had a big storm this morning, a lot of rain. Pushed the games back a little bit, but able to get everything underway and going. Got the first round of games done, and now everybody just about ready to get all 3 fields going, or 4 fields going rather, for the second round. That little dribble back to the pitcher will be the 3rd out of the inning, so the Governors go down 1-2-3, and now we're headed to the top of the second, or bottom of the second, when we return here on JockJive.com. $30 minutes.
I assume that's what they'll do.
We're back here at Veterans Park. As you can see before us, nobody is on the field, as we just went under a lightning weather delay, and we'll be under a delay for about 30 minutes. So we'll try to come back. We'll check it at about 5:30. And hopefully we can get things underway, as the storm has approached upon us, and we are now under a weather delay. bothering you?
Oh, you good?
Oh, here you click live.
Okay. All right, we're in the bottom of the second now after about an hour-long lightning delay, weather delay. Back up and running here as we are in the bottom of the second. And batting down for St. John's is Izzy Lewis, if I have that right. And it's a 3-2 count with 2 outs is where we close to left off when we last left you. No, one score, 1-0, as there's a hit by pitch, and Izzy will make her way down to first base. Now batting will be number 1, Gemma Fusco. That will be the first out.
No, first out.
Fusco at the plate. 1-0 count. No out. As that was our first batter of the bottom of the second. And that's where we left off as St. John's was headed to take, or Wallace Dothan was headed to take the field, and St. John's is ready to bat. St. John's got on board first with a home run in the first inning to take a 1-0 lead. There's a blooper to left field. Runner will advance and now going to third as a ball got by left fielder Carolina Armstrong, and advancing to second on the throw was Izzy Lewis. So Fusco muscles a blooper over there to left field. Lewis at third, no outs. Runners in scoring position. Inside pitch called strike on Carly DeGello, the second baseman. Their first at bat. Pop out to shortstop goes DeGello. That'll be the first out of the inning for St. John's Rivers Vikings. Vikings plays 5 players on the all-conference team. Had the player of the year in Kendall Catherwood and the coach of the year in Joe Pound. There's a pop fly to shortstop for the second out. Runner still at second and third. Now batting Kaylee Elder, who hit the home run earlier. Give St. John's a 1-0 lead. Able to remember that first team all-conference. Batted .364, 14 doubles, 8 home runs, and 17 stolen bases. She also was a good pitcher as well. 7-2 pitching record with a 2.22 ERA. So the Vikings definitely have some options at pitching. Lassiter is a pitcher in this game for the Vikings, and they also have another pitcher that made the second team all-conference, and Brooke Strickland, who had 11-4 record. So there's your three pitchers right there for this team, and you can tell it's a deep, rich in talent team. Two outs as we're in the bottom of the second. Vikings with a 1-0 lead. They are the home team, and Wallace Dothan Governors are the away team. Pitch outside. That'll walk Elder. Now coming up will be Alyssa Ballard, the left fielder, who had a single in the first inning. She was left stranded at second. Popped up. Second baseman going back to get it. And she is able to make the catch. That's Reagan Tomlin for the third out of the inning. So St. John's leads 2 on with 1 hit. As we move to the top of the third, when we come back, St. John's on top. Back here at Veterans Park in Alabaster, Alabama, as the leadoff batter for the inning, Morgan Moss pops up to center field for the first out here in the top of the first. Next up will be left fielder number 9, Caroline Armstrong. Armstrong batting in the 9 spot. 1-0 is our score as the home team, St. John's River Vikings, took the lead in the first inning. Here's a pop-up. Going over to get it is the third baseman. That'll be the second out. Back at the top of order we go for the Governors. Joanna Marshall got the first out of the ball game. I believe that was on a grounder. Hits a grounder over to first, and the first baseman tags her for the third out. So the Governors go down 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the third. Vikings will come up next when we return. 23.
Elliott.
Is that right?
Olivia.
23.
So they did change pitchers. No, that's right. We're back at Veterans Park in Alabaster, Alabama. Olivia Elliott in the circle for Wallace Dothan. And now coming to the plate for the Vikings, Princess Arredano. Arredano batted .430 during the regular season, 22 home runs and 56 RBIs. She hits a deep shot to center field, going back up against the wall. And it's out of here. Princess steps up to the plate and takes the first pitch over center field fence. Wow. Give her 23 home runs on the season. This St. John's team really can hit. 5 members on the all-conference team. And next player up, Jenny Barthiller, another one of those first teamers. She batted .360, 34 RBIs, 10 doubles, 2 home runs. Elliott sends one down the middle, and Barthiller hits a single. This time a shot to left field. 2-0 is our score. St. John's on top. Here in the top of the third. Bottom of the third, rather. Here's another deep shot for St. John's. And clearing the fence there is Barthiller. She hits her third home run of the season. Or check that was Hanson that hit the 2-run home run. Barthiller was on base as she hit the single right before that. And before that, Princess Arredano hit the home run. So 3 runs now in the bottom of the third for the Vikings. Now Coach is coming out to visit with Elliott, the pitcher. 4-0 is our score as another first pitch swinging, fastball down the middle, and Hanson just took it over center field. Man, this lightning delay just gave them the extra time to get those bats cranked up even more. They had the 1 home run in the first inning, and now have hit 2 home runs in the third. You know, not only are they deep athletically, can play, had a 26-4 conference record, 44-14 regular season record. They're also a smart bunch too. They had a 3.617 GPA. Hats off to those young ladies for a great season, and looking to extend their season even more as the winner of this Division II championship here in Alabaster will get an automatic bid to the World Series up in Spartanburg. There's a fly ball to left field. Racing over to get it is the left fielder, Caroline Armstrong, and she'll pull it down for the first out of the inning. Good pitch that time, getting her to pop up was Elliott.
And will drop down and get past Kendrick all the way to the wall.
That was Izzy Lewis that popped up. Now, Gemma Fusco, the designated player number 1, left-handed batter, will step in and just saw a brief bolt way back in the distance, and we'll see if the powers that be decide to stop it. We'll have another weather delay, or they will let it continue partner over to our left has steadily been monitoring the weather map and radar to make sure that everybody here at the park is safe. Here's the pitch inside and foul back. 2-1 is the count, or 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Pitch outside. 3-1 count now. If you're a batter, this is what you want right here, the 3-1 count. Elliott more likely going to come inside. She does. Blooper hit out to center field. It's caught for the second out. So the Governors get 2 fly outs, and the last 2 batters, and now up will be Carly Gigello, who also popped up in the second inning. Pitch from that outside corner for called strike. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third. Your score 4-0 by way of 2 home runs in the bottom of the third here. Pitch inside, close to hitting Carly there. Was able to nudge her knees back just a little bit where it wouldn't hit her. One count. Inside, dribbler over the shortstop, and the throw not made, as doing a nice job stopping that ball was Ellie Castle. But Gigello will be at first with a single. Now coming to the plate will be back at the top of the order. If I've got this down right, that's Kendall Catherwood, the Conference Player of the Year. Taking off towards second is Gigello, and she's in safe for the stolen base. Pulled over to the right side. Second baseman throws it over to first for the final out of the inning. As we head to the top of fourth, your score 4-0. All St. John's. Be back shortly.
I know there is some more coming.
Yep.
But I thought it was later.
We got. We had number 2 batter, number 4. Back at Veterans Park, Alabaster, Alabama. Wallace, Dothan, Governors coming up to the plate now to bat. Number 2 batter, Reagan Tomlin, the second baseman, popped up in the first inning for the second out. And she's up to the plate. Ball 1 outside. Ball 2 low. Now the umpire is going to head out to talk to Lassiter. So talking about the turf there may have come undone or something. Brand new turf here at the park. You can already see some
Something
stride marks there in front of the rubber.
But they put it back in, and I guess we're good. So.
Pop up to first base for the first out. So Tomlin goes down with the pop up. And now the next batter, Ellie Castro, the shortstop, who went down swinging in the first inning, is up to bat. Wallace Dothan scored 263 runs on the season. Team batting average of .321, on-base percentage of .381, and a slugging percentage of .475. So 24-20 overall, 19-13 in conference play. Ball one, strike one, so that one went foul. At a 10-8 home record, or 14-12 away record. And what's interesting about this Wallace Dothan team is that they had a 12-game winning streak during the season. 12-game winning streak. Low and inside, ball three. There's a pop-up second baseman for the second out. I've counted 7 pop-ups now for the Governors. As coming to plate, the pitcher, Olivia Elliott, who hit a double in the second inning. This time hits one up the middle. She'll be safe at first. Just hustling down the line was Elliott. So with 2 outs, the Governors get a runner on board. Now coming to play will be the catcher, number 20, Aaron Curry. Not too many times in baseball or softball do you see the pitcher batting, then the catcher. But it is happening here today. As Aaron Curry, the everyday catcher for the Governors, steps up to the plate. Hits inside, strike one. Just hits that inside corner. Second pitch, high and inside. As we told you during the last inning about the weather, that had an hour weather delay already here, and off in the distance you see some more clouds forming. And partner here over to my left says we're not out of the clear yet, so we will see what happens, as now the wind is starting to pick up pretty briskly. Here's the pitch. High riser and style back. 1-2 count, 2 outs. We're in the top of the fourth. Runner at first for the Governors. By way of single by Elliott. Here's another foul ball. Hits the front side of the first base dugout. Foul. Umpire strolls out to the field, says something to the pitcher, make sure that ball is okay, and evidently it is. We'll continue play. Pitch side. Ball 2, strike 2, 2 outs. Pitch muscled out to left field for a single. That was Aaron Curry. And moving down to second will be Olivia Elliott. Coming to the plate will be the right fielder, Savannah Jenkins, number 15. And the second inning, she popped up for the second out. Alabaster decides after that hit that she does want to change balls.
To the shortstop, a nice play by Pearson as he throws to first base in time. Great range that time by Pearson.
Pitch inside low. Ball 1. There's a deep shot to center field. It's going to get out of here. It's gone. Home run, Savannah Jenkins. And just like that, the Governors are back in this thing. 3-run bomb by Savannah Jenkins. Absolute no-doubter. Right center field. I mean, you knew as soon as it left the bat that joker was gone. Just like that, with one swing of the bat, the Governors only trail by 1. First pitch strike to batter J.C. Hagler, who lined out at the end of the second inning. Pitch inside, swung and missed. 0-2 count now.
Second is high.
Pitch inside, this one foul. Over to the third base dugout, which is St. John's dugout. The winner of this game will play right after this game is complete. On field 4, over back behind us. I believe that's right. 4 behind us. Yep. One, 2 count, 2 outs, swung on a miss for the third strike and the third out of the inning. So Wallace Dothan gets 3 runs on a 3-run blast by Savannah Jenkins. They trail by 1, 4-3. We'll be back shortly. here at Chocolaca Park. 4-3 is your score. It was all Veterans Park, as it was all St. John's for the first 3 innings, and then in the top of the 4th, Wallace Dothan answered with a 3-1 blast by Savannah Jenkins to cut the lead to 1. And now St. John's looking to answer here. Batting back at, or the second batter, Kaylee Elder. She sends one deep to left. Will she get her second one? She does, as it clanks off the scoreboard. Elder gets her second blast of the game. Her first one went over the scoreboard. This one hit the top right side of the scoreboard. Oh my goodness. Elder is having a day. And just like that, back to a 2-run lead for the Vikings. Elder has targeted the scoreboard here at Veterans Park. All the employees here at the park might need to go over and talk to her and say, hey, can you hit it somewhere else other than our scoreboard? You're going to beat that thing to death by the time the game's over with. New pitcher for Wallace Dothan will be number 13. We'll get her name here just in a second. That's Jenna Toops, freshman pitcher. As the coach of Governors has seen enough. And, you know, hey, you're facing one of the better teams in the country in St. John's.
We're focusing on this. 4 o'clock for game 7 in the evening.
44-14 record at St. John's. Next up come to plate is Alyssa Valid. She's also a member of the first team. All conference, and we'll have her stats come shortly as Toops gets ready to pitch here.
Still do this one. Game 11.
So 9 and 10 game 9 and 10.
Everybody here at the park just hoping and praying that we can get this game in. There's a storm, as you can see the rain up over the big oak trees out past center field. You can see the rain in the background. Rain that won't necessarily hurt the flow of this game unless it gets to where the turf is extremely slick and it causes a danger to the runner, to the batter or the pitcher or the fielders. But lightning is what we're concerned about, as we had a lightning delay for over an hour after the second inning. Here's a double by Ballard. Yeah, she comes up swinging. And I'll tell you what, this Viking team loves to go up swinging on the first pitch. And they've hit some really good pitches on the first pitch. 5-3 is our score. Vikings on top as we're in the bottom of the 4th. Here's another shot. Left center coming around to score. That'll be valid. And so Princess Rodano, who hit a home run in the 3rd inning, gets on board with an RBI single. Next up will be Jenny Bothiller. Bothiller, another first team all-conference, as pass ball gets away for Curry, and scooting on down to second will be Princess Redondo. Bothiller batted .360, 34 RBIs, 10 doubles, 2 home runs during the regular season for St. John's.
Take that nigga behind you.
He was walking. Yeah, he was.
1-0 count, Barthel. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Had 3 home runs for the St. John's Vikings, 2 by Elder. 4 home runs, rather. 2 by Elder, 1 by Princess Ardeano. And there's another deep shot to center field. Under it to catch it, tagging up. Over to third to throw. A little bit off as Princess Ardeano moves on down to third. That'll be the first out of the inning. Barfielder pop up to center field. Next up is Olivia Hanson, who hit the home run in the third inning. Pitch inside. Curry done a nice job of protecting the plate there, not letting that ball get by, because Arredondo was ready to take off. Here's the pitch. Popped up over to the right side. First baseman's got a play on it, and she makes a catch. J.C. Hagler, good hustle that time, going over into foul territory, close to the dugout to make that catch for the second out. So they get Hanson to pop up. Runner last at bat hit the home run, and now coming up is Izzy Lewis, who was hit by pitch and popped up so far in this game. Pitch outside for a strike. Pitch inside, a little high, a little riser ball. Bottom of the fourth, score 5-3. St. John's on top. Another near pass ball as Curry able to keep this one in front of her, saving a run. Three-one count now to Lewis. Here's the pitch. Inside, low, all 4, and she'll trot down to first. So the Vikings will have runners at first and third, and now coming to play will be Gemma Fusco, who singled in the second, popped up in the third. And now in the fourth, has got runners on the corners with 2 outs. Pitch outside. Good block that time by Curry. Curry. Another good block, but trotting down to second was Izzy Lewis. Pitch, low and outside, ball 3, 2 outs. Fusco at the plate, leading 5-3. Here's the pitch, low and outside, but for a strike, 3-1 count now. Fusco. Pitch. Another one low and outside. This one's a ball, and then loads the bases up for Carly Tigello, the number 9 batter. Curry trots out to talk to Toops. Toops has given up a double, a single, induced 2 pop-ups, and now 2 straight walks to load the bases up. Toops trying to get out of this inning without any more damage. Pitch inside, gets away from Curry. Runner's going to score. Donato had been eyeing that several pitches through that last batter. And this time, ball got away from Curry. She couldn't keep it in front of her. And she goes in to score. Score now 6-3. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. 7-3. I'm sorry, missed that. Well, and here's a pitch, another ball low and inside, and Curry had to get over there and block it. She has really had her work cut out for her in this inning. Gonna be exhausted. Pitch, high, outside, ball 4. As the woes continue for the pitching staff for the Governors. It's now coming back to top of plate, or top of the order, is Kendall Catherwood, who's the Conference Player of the Year. Now, coaches want to come out for a meeting with his pitcher. We'll step away and take a short break and be right back in 30 here on JockJive.com. Pitch and change for Wallace Dothan Governors as number 14, Jaylee Freeman, will come into the game for Toops. The second pitcher, actually the third pitcher of this inning. Mock started the inning off, gave up the home run to Elder. Toops come in, gave up a double, a single, induced 2 pop-ups and 3 straight walks. And coach said that was enough, as back to top of order is Catherwood, who's 0 for 2 so far in the ball game, but you know what she can do. She's conference leading player of the year. Set the program record for most hits in a season with 85 hits. Batted .457 with 25 walks, 50 RBIs, 15 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs, 35 stolen base, and had a .538 on base percentage. You talk about somebody that does it all. That's Kendall Catherwood. Here's a pitch. Hit hard, but foul over on that right side. So with 2 outs, Catherwood's got the bases loaded. Vikings got their best hitter up. Could really break this game open here. With a hit. Pitch outside. As Freeman has come in a very tough situation here for the Governors. Here's a pitch outside, ball 2. 2-1 count. Wind picking up now here at the park. Pitch inside, she pops this one up. Shallow, and shortstop will come over to make the 3rd out, but a long inning for the Governors. The Vikings get 3 runs to take the 7-3 lead. We'll be back for the top of the 5th when we return here on JockJive.com. Back here at Veterans Park in Alabaster, Alabama, as the clouds continue to hover around, dark clouds behind center field, behind the oak trees back there, but play continues to roll on as we're headed. We are in now the top of the fifth. Now batting Morgan Moss, who popped up in the third inning. 7-3 is your score. St. John's on top, and you know, we were talking earlier about the uniforms of St. John's and how difficult it is to see those numbers. As a near nice play by the second baseman going back to try to catch that ball was Carly Gigello, and couldn't come up with a catch. Olivia Hanson had to come and get it, and so Moss leads off this fifth inning with a single. Next up for the Governors, Caroline Armstrong, the left fielder, who popped up also in the third. Here's the sacrifice bunt. Third baseman picks it up, fires over to first, and now going to get caught in a rundown. And out there is Moss as she overran second. And heads up play by the first baseman, Jenny Bothiller, as she saw her overrun second and fired it back to Gigello for the first out, or second out. There's a shot to left field. There to make the catch is Alyssa Vallon. So what started out as a promising inning for the Governors ends in a double play and the pop out as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Your score 7-3. Be back shortly here on JockJive.com. Back here at Veterans Park as the wind is continuing to rip through the press box. Elder, who's already had 2 home runs in this ball game, steps up to the plate with a 7-3 lead. Vikings leading in the top or the bottom of the fifth. It's first pitch foul. Freeman back in the circle for the Governors. Governors used 3 pitchers in that last inning, where the Vikings got 2 runs, 1 off the home run and 1 off RBI by Ardianato. 2-1 count to Elder. Pitch high inside. 3-1 count now. Pitch on the outside corner called strike. Swung on, foul back for Elder. 3-2 count now. Pitch inside, swung on, deep drive to left field. Over to make the catch is Caroline Armstrong for the first out. Good job adjusting over there was Armstrong. Getting her feet set and making that out. First time Elder's been out all game. Next up, Alessa Valid, who singled in the first, popped up in the second, and hit a double in the fourth. She fouls the first pitch back. Ball high and outside. Ball one, strike one. One out. To Valid. Valid batted .439, 16 doubles, 17 home runs, and 66 RBIs for this Vikings team. Pitch, low and inside. Ball two. There's a shot to left field. Armstrong in the right position, has to go back one step. They're able to make the second out for the Governors. And now coming to the bat is Princess Arellano, who's had a home run, an RBI single, another single in the first inning. She'll come to plate with 2 outs. Pitch inside low, ball one. Ball two, rather. Central Alabama players slowly making it back into the park after they took the 9-4 win in our first game of the day against Bevel State. South Florida won 10-8. Here's a shot to left field. Going to make it to second as trying to get the ball out of the corner there was Armstrong. And so now Princess Arellano, who's had 2 singles, a home run, now has a double to add to her list for the game. Next up is Jenny Bartheller, who's popped up twice. She's also had a single. She had a single in the third, popped up in the first, and popped up in the fourth. Here in the fifth, she's got 2 outs, a runner at second. Here's a pitch. Nice pitch there. And a curve by Freeman. Next pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. Vikings holding on to that 7-3 lead. As we're in the bottom of the fifth. Here's a pitch. Popped up. Foul. Well, coming over to make the catch for the third out was a third baseman. Nice job there. Reading that was Shaylee Monk. And she'll make the third out of the inning as we head to the top of the 6th. Your score 7-3 Vikings. Now batting for the Governors in the top of the 6th, Reagan Tomlin. She hits one hard to third base, but making a play over there was Kaylee Elder for the first out. Next up is Ellie Castle, the shortstop. She struck out in the first, popped up in the 4th. Now at the plate with 1 out. Bunts one back to pitcher, rifling it over the first for the out. There's Carolyn Lasker for the second out. Governors trying a little bit of everything to get some runners on. Next up will be the pitcher, Olivia Elliott, who's really been consistent today. Had a double in the first, a single in the 4th, and scored a run. This ball inside, gets away. 2 outs now. Pitch. Inside high. Ball 2. Ball 3. Pitch inside, called strike, 3-1 count, 2 outs to Elliott. 2 for 2 on the day. 7-3 is your score. St. John's on top. Swung. Deep shot to center field, racing back to get it. It's a shortstop. That was Kendall Catherwood making a nice play, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, your score 7-3. It's been all Vikings. Be back shortly.
He got on a streak and never stopped. And he pretty much, they moved me around a little bit, but he went in at first for me.
Yeah.
Stayed there most of the season.
Wow. Did he go to school at Heflin, Cleveland County Line? Do you remember?
I don't think so.
Back at Veterans Park, Alabaster, Alabama, your score 7-3. Vikings on top, and now back at the plate is Olivia Hanson for the Vikings. Pitch high and outside, ball 1. Hanson popped up in the 4th inning, hit the home run in the 3rd, popped up in the 1st. Pitch inside, called strike, 1-1 count. There's some weather over Oxford way as that conference tournament, baseball tournament, they've postponed the rest of the game to tomorrow at 11. Fortunately, we're able to continue over here in Alabaster. Knock on wood, hopefully we'll be able to get all the games scheduled in tonight. Line drive single to left field for Hanson, and she'll get on board. Next up will be Izzy Lewis, the center fielder for the Vikings. Pitch inside. Ball on the field. Time's called. Come over from field to our left. Pitch in the 3-4 hole. Good for a single. Racing over to third. The throw not in time, and now coming down to second will be Lewis. So Hanson advances to third. Lewis with the single advances to second on the throw. And now coming up is Fusco, a designated player. Hit a single in the second inning. Popped up in the third and walked in the fourth. And now comes a plate with runners in scoring position at second and third. First pitch high and outside. No outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Vikings threaten to score again. Ball one, strike one. Ball outside. Once again, Curry does a good job blocking that one up, keeping in front, keeping the runner at third. Pitch outside again. Ball 3-1 count. On deck is Carly Tijello. There's a pitch hit over to second base, flips it to first. Runner comes home to score. That was Hanson. Lewis over to third, and Fusco out at first for the first out of the inning. Now coming to plate, it's Tijello and the runner at third. In scoring position, your score now 8-3. She pops this one up to shortstop for the second out of the inning. Now we're back at the top of the order with 2 outs for Kendall Catherwood. Catherwood 0 for 3. Ball gets by. Runner comes home to score. Make it 9-3. That's Fusco with her. Or check that, that's Lewis that scored. And Catherwood hit by the pitch. Her first time on base. Next up will be Kaylee Elder. Led this inning off and popped up. She'll come to play with 2 outs. Swings on first pitch. Swung foul back. Throw down to second, not in time, as Etheridge steals the base. Bottom of the sixth. 2 out for Elder. 2 home runs in the game, a walk, and a pop out. Here's a pitch. Low. The ball 1. 1-2 count. Pitch swung on, foul back. Strike 3. Call. Out 3. Vikings get 2 runs to take a 9-3 lead as we head to the top of the 7th when we return here on JockJive.com.
First time I've ever been in Mary's.
Well, no, he told me. He told me.
Back here at Veterans Park in beautiful Alabaster, Alabama. St. John's Vikings took a 9-3 lead. In the bottom of the 6th and now leading off the top of the 7th with a base hit for Wallace Dothan will be Aaron Curry. Their second hit of the ballgame. Next up will be Savannah Jenkins, who hit the 3-run blast in the 4th inning. Score all 3 runs for Governors. As darkness is closing in on us, as well as the dark clouds in the background. Here's a shot to third base, caught. A rifle throw back to first, not in time to get Curry. So the first out of the inning belongs to Jenkins on a pop out to third. J.C. Hagler, the first baseman. 0 for 2 on the night. Up to the plate with 1 out. Pitch. Low inside, ball 1. About 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, we will have game number 7 here on this field. Central Alabama Trojans versus South Florida. One out, 3-0 count to Hagler. Count now with 1 out. And Hagler draws the walk. The runners at first and second with one out. Now coming to the plate will be Morgan Moss, the designated player. She popped up in the third inning. Hit a single in the fifth. Overran second base and got thrown out. Coach out to talk to Alabaster and make sure that she's okay to try to get her to do some ground ball here, a double play to end the ball game. And we may get the award here on field one for having the second game to finish, to complete before everybody else. I don't know what our prize was in the first game. I'm still waiting to get that, but maybe it was a honey baked ham sandwich. That was good enough prize for me. That was delicious. Strike one to Moss. Pitch swung on, foul over the first base dugout. Maybe the prize of this game will be a bag of chips. What do you think?
Yeah.
Donut stick.
There you go.
Hey, we'll take that as well. We appreciate it. Here's a hard grinder over to first. Looking back to third. First baseman Jenny Bocketter. She gets the second out of the inning, and now coming to the plate will be Caroline Armstrong. Third, the left fielder. Could this be the last out of the game? The pitch on strike. Pitch swung on, just foul. As a shot over the third base bag. Good idea by Armstrong, as that would have scored 2 runs for the Governors. Now she's faced with an 0-2 count with 2 outs in the top of the 7th, trailing 9-3. Pitch, curveball, low. Ball 1. That pitch was close to being a strike. Good looking pitch from up here. Pitch swung on, deep shot to left field. Going back to get it is the left fielder to make the out and to end the ball game. That's Alyssa Ballard. Armstrong give it a run for the money. Your final score, 9-3. St. John's victorious, and they will go on to meet the winner of the Marion Military Lake Sumter game that's currently being played right now. So we'll have a short break and be ready to play again. We won't say so long for this broadcast. Stay tuned, as about 30 minutes from now we'll have game number 7 here on this same field between Central Alabama Community College and South Florida when we return here on JockJive.com.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, I got Southern Union and Shelton winning.